think it's really important that we celebrate female talent, especially for me being in business and being both sort of an employee and an employer. I see that, you know, women go off and want to have a family, but sometimes they return, sometimes they don't. There's been a massive shift in the UK, allowing technology to be able to free women to be able to get back into the workplace should they want to get talent back in as well. So I think also a lot of women are thinking maybe I want to work around my children, so some people are going off and setting up their own businesses, having the confidence to say I'm going to do something myself. So I think there's just opportunity everywhere. No matter what you want to do, you just got to put your hand up and have the confidence to say, I know what my skills are. And you know what? If you've got some flaws, that's great, because we can work through them, because let's be honest, we all have them. But understanding what those strengths are, where the business can utilise those strengths, and being able to thrive in the workplace.
And, you know, by finding and encouraging more female talent, we're increasing our pool of potential leaders, aren't we? You know, we don't have to look outside our companies because they're here inside our walls already. And yeah, there's so many females out there that become leaders, and, you know, and males as well. But by focusing on female talent, we're increasing that pool of potential leaders. And
the UK economy will thrive from it, will benefit.
I think inspiring people has become more and more important in my life, as I have a company called Inspiring Women. But I think we gain confidence when we see other people doing something, and we think, I can be like that, I can be doing what that person is doing. That builds our confidence, and that for me is what inspiration is. You know, we talk about this term role models, but it is so important. Seeing someone else doing something and thinking, yeah, I can be there, I can be doing what they're doing.
I think, yeah, inspiring role models is just so important, especially as I've got 2 young children. I want them to be inspired, hopefully by me as well, as a mother and as a parent. And there's inspiration everywhere. Even when I met with Catherine the first time, I was inspired by her story, and she said that she was inspired by my story. So if we can even collaborate together, then we reach a lot more people to help others. Entering awards was massively inspirational, not just for me, but I think for the team as well, because, you know, you enter with lots of hopes and aspirations, and you know, it can feel a bit like pot luck, because you don't know if you're going to reach the finals, and then obviously if you win, then it's the cherry on the cake. But to be able to bring that back to the team, it's massively morale boosting for them, and I think that makes us, you know, a better business overall, because they're inspired and they feel motivated to want to do more and want to do better for the business and for themselves.
And the key is, isn't it, is what we talk about so much, is putting your hand up to put yourself in that position to say, yeah, we're gonna go for this, and you might win it, like Jo, and you might not, and that's okay, you know, and that's a lot about what we talk about, isn't it?
And there's been plenty of times when we haven't won, and actually that's okay as well. And we talked a little bit about on your session today about if you win a game or you don't win a game, and sometimes you know, there was another company that was better on the day or did a better pitch, and I'll just have to, you know, up my game and make sure I improve on what I'm doing to come back stronger next time. So it's okay sometimes to lose, because you can go back and win again.
So I always talk about my rugby career as a series of blind summits. So you know, we're going up a mountain. We think we can see the top. We get there, and actually we're not quite at the peak. There's another top and another top and another top. When I first started playing rugby, when I was very young, about 7 or 8, I didn't know there was an England team. I didn't know the England women's team existed. All I wanted to do was play club rugby. That was, to me, the top of my mountain. And then when I played club rugby, I could see, actually, that wasn't the top. There was county rugby, and then regional rugby, and England Academy, and so on. For me, all I was doing was looking up and getting to a level, and then seeing the next step, seeing that people who were there, what they were doing, and thinking, yeah, I can get there. I can get there. It's all about small steps. You know, we're not going to go right from the bottom to the top in one leap, because quite often we don't even know where or what the top is. So when I was playing rugby, it took a while to develop confidence as a team member. When I won my first cap for England, it was a very established team and didn't often get new people into that setup. So that was my first big thing to sort of integrate myself into the team, and then become confident as an England player and as a number 8, which was a position that I was playing. When a captaincy vacancy became available, I knew it was going to happen. To me, I'd been gaining this quiet confidence as a leader. I was starting to become a leader within the team, and I really, as we said, wanted to put my hand up to say, I think I can do that. I think I can be the next England captain. So I built this kind of quiet confidence that, yeah, I'm going to say that, because I wasn't just telling them, I was telling myself I could do that. I believed I could, and it was becoming loud, it's becoming real. So I did exactly that. I contacted the England rugby coach and told him that I wanted to put my name in the hat for captaincy. And as I told many people, I ended up speaking to him about several other members of the team that could be great England captain. And when the decision came a few months later, it was myself that was chosen. But me putting my hand up at that point was really important, I think, for my coach, but also for me. I think there's so many parallels and lessons to be learned between sport and business, going both ways, actually. A thing I see as a sports person, as an athlete, my whole career was based on developing confidence, as we've talked about, becoming an established team member, and then stepping up from that and leading my peers. And this sort of thing happens all the time in business. You know, people come into work as one thing, and then they may get promotion, they step up, they're leading their peers. All these things, there's so many similarities, how to work with other people, how to communicate with other people, how to receive feedback, how to sort of define ourselves within a team. There's so many similarities between and sport and business, which is why this works, which is why myself and Jo get on so well, and why we want to deliver our message together. For me, the big thing is confidence and putting our hand up, and I've learned to do that in sport. Jo's learned to do that through business, and it's how we can share that.
I think we see so many similarities between performance in sport and performance in the workplace. And, Catherine and I talk about this quite a lot. And I think even if you go back to school days, a lot of us within business would have played sport at school. And you can't underestimate how much of that you will take with you into the workplace. For example, how you work as a team, how you come together, how you play together, how you communicate when you're on the pitch, the same as how you communicate when you're in the workplace. What happens when you win, how does that feel, and how does it feel when you lose? Because all of that you will be able to take into your work. So when Catherine and I struck up this business relationship, we could definitely see the similarities of whether you're male or female. What can you use with the performance aspect in business, and hopefully, back when you're a child, how you take that forward. You can't underestimate the power of women and girls, and when we all support each other, I think we're very good at nurturing each other's talents and being very supportive and being very inclusive. So if you have someone that wants to grow their business and want to thrive, you know that you've got people like me and Catherine, and we'll just have our hands in the small of their back, guiding them forward and pushing them forward. And if they need support, we will do that. And I think that's one of the real strengths of inspiring women and women in general, is just saying we will help guide you there, which is fantastic that you're doing this summit and being able to talk about these big topics.
Absolutely, and and hearing the stories of other people that have done it, are doing it, or continuing to do it. Myself and Jo, our businesses are continuing to grow as well, and I took that step to set up my own business. I didn't know what I was doing to start with, and actually it's this thing, and then it becomes something bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's just little steps. It's not difficult, is it? It's putting one foot in front of the other. It doesn't have to be daunting, but it is certainly achievable, isn't it?
Yeah, and have a great network around you.